alone. That was like her go-to thing.
I like my men easy on the eyes and my lips soft to touch. New Revlon Glimmer Lip Treat Balm.
GTA 6 has leaked yet again, and this time we have an extended gameplay clip showing Jason stealing a hypercar and driving through Vice City while revealing some major details about carjacking, police behavior, fuel, the minimap, vehicles, and the world itself. But that's not all. A separate GTA 6 map data leak is reportedly circulating at the same time, and Take-Two is now taking legal steps to identify the person behind the CyberLeak leaks. So let's break down everything important that's happening, because this GTA 6 leak situation just keeps getting bigger. After around 24 hours without a new upload, some people started wondering whether CyberLeak had finally been stopped, but that changed when a new video appeared titled Hypercar Part 1. The clip is approximately 2 minutes and 25 seconds long, making it one of the longest pieces of footage released during this current leak wave. It begins with Jason getting out of a white pickup truck while wearing a white tank top and jeans. He then approaches a parked hypercar while the NPC inside starts warning him to stay away. Jason eventually smashes the window and attempts to take the vehicle, but this is where we get one of the biggest gameplay details from the leak. The NPC actively resists. Instead of Jason automatically pulling the driver out, the player appears to repeatedly press a button to complete the interaction, while Jason's stamina slowly decreases during the struggle. Once the driver is removed, Jason gets inside and takes the car. This suggests GTA 6's carjacking system can involve an actual interaction rather than simply pressing one button and instantly taking someone's vehicle. Reports also indicate that stealing a vehicle from a resisting NPC can trigger a 2-star wanted level, making the entire process much riskier. The vehicle Jason steals is the Truffade Thrax, a hypercar that originally appeared in GTA Online with the Diamond Casino and Resort update in 2019. The Thrax is heavily inspired by the real-world Bugatti Divo and originally sells for $2.325 million in GTA Online. Its appearance here shows that at least some familiar GTA Online vehicles are returning in GTA 6. The footage also gives us a closer look at the car itself, including detailed engine sounds, acceleration, braking, tire squeals, and backfires. The Thrax's active rear spoiler can be seen moving as Jason accelerates and brakes. There's even a small audio detail where the radio can already be heard while Jason is outside the car before transitioning naturally once he gets inside. The footage is only around 1280 by 720, so some of the smaller HUD elements aren't clear enough to identify with certainty, but there's still plenty of details visible. As Jason starts driving, we get another look at GTA 6's vehicle HUD. The minimap displays indicators for the engine and fuel, with the Thrax appearing to have a full engine indicator and roughly 75% fuel. This continues to suggest that fuel could be an actual gameplay mechanic, meaning players may eventually need to refuel their vehicles at gas stations. The minimap also shows several other icons, including what appears to be a fuel pump, convenience store, pawn shop, and a possible food or restaurant location. A green 3-pronged or triangular-looking icon also appears briefly, although its purpose isn't clear. There's also an icon associated with Cal Hampton, which could potentially connect the sequence to an early part of Jason's story, although that remains unconfirmed. Another interesting report claims that civilian vehicles may have trackers, potentially allowing authorities to identify or monitor stolen vehicles. If accurate, this could explain why stealing certain cars may carry more consequences than simply getting behind the wheel. The driving sequence gives us several interesting clues about the wanted system. Police can apparently react to ordinary traffic violations, with officers flashing their lights at Jason when he breaks traffic rules. Police are also apparently much more common in normal traffic than they were in GTA 5. Once Jason gets into trouble, the wanted level can increase, with the footage showing both 1-star and 2-star situations. But the most interesting part is a large red area that suddenly appears on the minimap. When Jason enters this zone, his wanted status becomes active again, and the stars are red. The exact purpose of the zone hasn't been confirmed, but it could represent a police search area, a restricted zone, or somewhere connected to Jason's last known location. If that interpretation is correct, losing the police might not always mean you're completely safe. The game could potentially remember where you were last seen and make returning to that location dangerous. The footage also shows Jason stopping at a stop sign before continuing, although it's unclear whether this was deliberate testing or simply normal driving. As Jason drives through the southern portion of the map, we get several additional glimpses of Vice City's roads and transportation systems. The footage shows dense traffic, highly detailed streets, realistic vehicle movement, working road reflectors that react to headlights, and camera effects that increase the feeling of speed while driving. We can also see electric scooters and the metro rail in the background, while another section shows what appears to be Vice City Transit traveling above the highway. These details suggest Rockstar is building a world where different transportation systems are constantly operating around the player, rather than simply existing as background decoration. The drive also reveals several road signs and locations that correspond with information from the previously leaked GTA 6 map. These include Vice City International Airport, Ambrosia, Mariana County, Grass River, Southside, and Peacock Bay. Jason doesn't stop at every location, but the signs provide additional confirmation of how different parts of Leonida connect together. Combined with the leaked map, these locations give us a better idea of the southern portion of the world game and how the roads connect Vice City with the surrounding areas. The Throx's radio also reveals 2 additional songs reportedly featured in GTA 6, Unforgettable by French Montana featuring Sway Lee, and Players by Koi Larry. These add to the growing list of songs heard across the leaked gameplay. One of the earlier clips also featured music from a song released in January 2025, which became another clue suggesting that at least some of this footage comes from a relatively recent version of the game.
Hold on to your cups. The new Red Bull Dragonberry Energizer is here.
Don't sweat the technique.
When kids start making money, Chase has expert bankers and smart tools to help them manage it.
Wow. Now that's a first deposit. Let's get your account open.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Dive now for justice. Dive now for freedom. Dive now before it's too late.
When darkness falls, terror awakens at SeaWorld's Howl, Scream, unleashing 6 years of fear.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis?
Earlier in this wave, CyberLeak released what appeared to be the full map of Leonida, giving the community its most complete look yet at GTA 6's overall world layout. Fans immediately began comparing the leaked map against years of community mapping based on Rockstar's official trailers, screenshots, and other material. Multiple landmarks, roads, and locations appeared to line up with information fans had already reconstructed. The leaked map therefore became a major part of the evidence surrounding the current leak wave, although Rockstar and Take-Two have not officially authenticated the material. The important thing is that this map leak is separate from another, potentially much more technical leak that is now reportedly surfaced. According to reports, an Xbox graphics capture file containing a significant amount of GTA 6 related data has been circulating through forums and private social channels. Unlike a simple map image, the alleged files reportedly contain 3D models, map textures, telemetry data, skybox measurements, map depths, and other world dimensions. If the claims are accurate, this information could potentially allow technically skilled users to reconstruct a much more detailed blueprint of the GTA 6 map. In other words, the earlier leak showed us what the map looks like, while this alleged data could reveal information about how parts of that world are actually constructed. There are also claims that the files originated after a Rockstar employee was successfully phished, but this part has not been independently confirmed, so it should be treated as an allegation rather than established fact. The current situation began on August 18th when CyberLeak released a short clip showing Jason playing basketball at his house. The footage was initially questioned by some people, but CyberLeak then released the large Leonida map along with additional gameplay. More clips followed, including driving, combat, and an in-game cinematic involving a character identified as Hal. The leaked material was subsequently targeted with copyright takedowns across platforms, including YouTube, Reddit, and social media. Some reposted footage and screenshots were removed, but CyberLeak continued releasing additional material. This eventually led to the 6th clip featuring Jason and the Truffate Thrax. The current wave is also happening just days before Rockstar's scheduled official GTA 6 extended look, making the timing especially significant. The situation has now moved into legal territory. Take-Two Interactive has filed requests targeting Microsoft and Discord as it attempts to identify the person or people behind CyberLeak. The reported requests seek information that could help identify the account owner, including account records, IP addresses, email information, phone numbers, device identifiers, and data associated with Microsoft services such as OneDrive. Reports say the requests were filed in federal court on August 21st, with the companies reportedly being asked to provide information by September 4th, although the exact legal status of the requests should be distinguished from the underlying allegations. And despite all of this, CyberLeak has reportedly indicated that more GTA 6 footage could still be released. The leaker has tied future leaks to the market value of a cryptocurrency associated with the operation, using the statement higher market cap equals more leaks. So even with Take-Two now trying to identify the source, the latest activity suggests the leak campaign may not be finished yet. And that's everything we know from this latest wave of GTA 6 leaks. With new gameplay, map data, and even more details about Rockstar's systems now surfacing, there's clearly a lot more going on behind the scenes. But with Rockstar's official reveal getting closer, we won't have to wait much longer to see what's actually real. Until then, I'll keep you updated on everything GTA 6, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.
Dogs can't
We've been seeing GTA 6 clips leaking one after another for several days now. Until now, we might have thought someone had a folder of old recorded videos and was releasing them little by little. But what is happening is completely different. The leaker known as CyberLeako put his name on a game wall for the first time, and he didn't do it as an editor, he did it by shooting in real time within the game. And that can only mean one thing: that person has GTA 6 in front of them and is playing it right now. So the question is no longer what has been leaked. The question is, what can someone do who has the entire GTA 6 in their hands just 3 months before you get it? Because if they really have access to the full game, this could be much bigger than what we've seen so far. I'm Jaruba. If you don't want to miss anything about GTA 6, this is your channel. You can hit the hype button, which helps a lot. And now let's get down to business. First of all, to make everything perfectly clear, I've marked the sections by mechanics and interface so we know what we're talking about at all times, since there's a ton of information. Let's go over everything from the beginning. There are already 5 leaked clips to date, plus an image of the entire map. And as usual, Rockstar still has no signs of life. Let's start with the first leaked clip, which gave us the most clues about the most interesting mechanic: the police. Let's start with what has made the most noise. In the car clip, Jason gets into a fight with a delivery driver and ends up killing him with a wrench. At the top right, there are 2 lit stars and 4 unlit ones. Next to them, meaning 6 stars. In total, meaning we had already seen 6 stars in GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 4. But that's not the interesting part. The interesting part is just below. Below the stars, 3 icons appear: a hanger, a face, and a car. This isn't a meter of how much the police are looking for you. It's a meter of what they know about you, what clothes you were wearing, that they saw your face, and what car you were driving, So we can conclude that escaping in GTA 6 is no longer a problem of speed, it becomes a problem of identity. You're gonna have to change your clothes, maybe shave, change your hairstyle, and change your car. Running faster isn't gonna save you. That's why all the customization they already announced is something we'll have to use a lot if we want to properly lose the police. And Mafia 2 does this exactly the same way. To make them forget your car, you'd go to the mechanic, change the paint and your clothes, and the police would stop recognizing you. But there are even more details about the police. When the patrol car looks toward Jason, a blue arrow appears and starts to fill up. It's not an alarm that goes off instantly, it's a buffer. You can see it filling up and get out of there before it completes. A meter like this has never appeared in the series before. And in the clip, the police don't go straight for you either. They approach while shouting for you to stop. This means the chase is no longer a straight line toward your car, but if the chase changes, the fighting does too. So let's take a look. A bar appears in the top left as soon as Jason raises his fist, and it drains quite quickly. When he grabs the wrench and starts hitting, it reaches 0 and the edges of the screen darken. It starts to look a bit blurrier, and the character seems to move a bit slower and clunkier. That's stamina, and it means that fighting in GTA 6 has a cost. In GTA 5, melee was just pressing a button without limits. You could spend 10 minutes throwing punches in the game. Wouldn't say anything. In Red Dead 2, every fight drained one of the character's bars, and if you emptied it, you moved and hit worse. And this seems to be what we're going to have in GTA 6. There is also another detail in the same scene. The wrench isn't Jason's, it belongs to the delivery driver. When Jason knocks the driver out, he picks it up from the ground, and when he has it in his hand, a button also appears to throw it. In other words, we can also include objects in fights that we pick up before or during the fight itself. While Jason continues hitting the driver who is already on the ground, a kind of devil emoji and a minus sign appear in the bottom right, which means we're getting back the honor system we already had in Red Dead 2. But pay attention to when it appears. It doesn't appear when the fight starts. It appears when you keep hitting someone who can no longer defend themselves. In other words, the system doesn't judge you just for fighting, it judges you for what you do after you've already won. After this, Jason returns to the car, walks behind the trunk, and 3 options appear on the screen. One says equipment, the other says storage 0 of 4, and then the one to open and close the trunk. So we have 4 slots. You're not going to carry an arsenal in your pockets. You'll carry what you choose, and the rest stays in the car. We've experienced that before. In Red Dead 2, it already forced you to choose weapons before getting off your horse, and if you left the rifle in the saddle, you couldn't use it later. But here's the good part. Remember what I said at the beginning. The police recognize your car, and if your weapons are in the car, you can no longer get rid of the car for free. You switch vehicles so they don't identify you and you end up without equipment. You keep the car so you don't lose your equipment, and they identify you. That is a real decision we will have to make. But the decision you definitely need to make is to buy at Instant Gaming. You have both Play and Xbox cards at a discount to buy GTA 6 or any other product for less or less. Also, you have many of the latest industry releases and of course all kinds of Rockstar products like GTA Online Shark cards, some from $3.45, some from $45. You also have GTA 5 Enhanced for $9.79. I use it because it's fast. You buy the game, get the digital key instantly, and start playing. Instant Gaming is not a third-party marketplace. Keys come from original and trusted sources, so you have my link in the description and in the pinned comment. You can save money and also support the channel at no extra cost. And now back to the video. Now let's look at a mechanic that I didn't expect at all. When Jason gets into the car, the vehicle name appears with 2 indicators underneath, one for fuel and one for engine status. There is also a gas station marked on the minimap. Additionally, you can see gas prices on a sign. But before taking this mechanic for granted, there are 3 things to keep in mind. It's true that what we saw is a simple icon from a version that is at least a year old or more. On the other hand, in GTA 4 cars were truly destroyed, the engine would smoke and you'd be stranded on the street. In GTA 5 that was softened because it was annoying. Rockstar has already walked back these kinds of things. And finally, fuel is the easiest mechanic in the world to put into an internal version, but also the easiest to remove. And since we haven't seen any kind of animation yet, just the icon, it could be that it won't appear in the final game. But now for the good part, gas mods are among the most downloaded for GTA 5 and Red Dead 2. Made you take care of your horse and it worked. And from what we are seeing, GTA 6 looks like it would be Red Dead 2 but set in the present day, so it wouldn't surprise me if they kept this mechanic. And now we change clips. In this clip, Jason picks up a basketball in his backyard and takes a shot. The system is simple, 2 hoops that overlap, and you press when they match, but when Jason scores, a message pops up. Plus 2% concentration, a minigame that raises an attribute. That is not just an ornament, it is the entire structure of Red Dead 2, where Arthur improved his health, stamina, and aim by doing things. And now think about GTA 5, tennis, golf, darts, yoga. What were they for? For nothing. You did them once and forgot about them. If basketball raises concentration, the gym will raise something else, swimming will raise another thing. All those filler activities you've been ignoring for 13 years suddenly have a reason to exist. Also, in that same corner, there are 2 money figures where we can see 2 wallets. What you carry on you, which is represented by a wallet, and what you have stored, which apparently we will be able to keep in our house. But that house has a counter, and some interpret that it's not that you store money in your house, but rather that you can upgrade it like the camp in Red Dead 2. There are also other interpretations that could mean your house can be emptied, So far we have the first 2 clips that came out on the first day, but then more appeared. Jason at night in a warehouse with trucks and fuel tanks that belong to a company called A-Light Crystal. If you want to know more about this company and the whole area it's in, which is Ambrosia, I have a quite interesting video on the channel. You can stop by and get a little informed about what it's all about. In this clip, 2 guards stop him, tell him it's private property and to get out. And here's the first real novelty. They don't call the police, they pull out a taser. There's a step forward the GTA never had before. Jason fights, and we also have a small cinematic style sequence during the fight as a finisher when he knocks the NPC out. We had that in Red Dead 2 as well. That same shot only appeared when Arthur finished someone off with a standard headshot, or with dead eye. And with the weapon already in hand, we enter the part that has been most discussed, what appears to Jason when he approaches the car next to him. When he approaches, 2 options appear on screen: clone the key or break the window. In GTA 5, stealing a car was a single gesture, always the same without deciding anything. In GTA 6, as it seems, breaking the glass is faster, but it makes noise and leaves the car marked. Cloning the key will be slower, but it won't alert anyone for the first time in the series. Stealing a vehicle is a gameplay style choice, not just a formality. And besides, there's a small nuance in this same scene. While Jason is beating up the guards, a surrender button appears on the screen at one point. It's not entirely clear if it's an option for the guard to surrender to you or for you to surrender to them, but in either case, it's a non-lethal end, purposefully put in the middle of the fight. Also, when he takes down the guards, we can see how the cap they are wearing can be picked up, and you can put it on. In this clip, Jason ends up stealing a truck and leaving with the guards shooting behind him, eyeing him. A warning also appears on the screen. Crime reported. Keep this phrase in mind because it's the key to the whole police system that I'm going to explain in a moment. And now we move on to the next clip because it connects directly to what was previously mentioned about how the police work. In this clip, Jason starts by taking a motorcycle from a cop and gives him a quick stab. Here comes the interesting part. Killing people doesn't trigger the stars immediately. When cars are passing by, it seems the star flashes because there are witnesses around, but when the crime is over and no one is around the scene, it disappears completely. He killed a cop and no one saw him. Therefore, it doesn't happen here like in GTA 5, where if you commit a crime, it doesn't matter. If you're in the middle of nowhere, the police come for you. Here it depends on witnesses, just like in Red Dead 2. But now let's go with something that you have all been waiting for a lot. We can see for the first time the full weapon wheel of GTA 6. It appears when Jason is armed. Fists, a pistol, a hunting knife, a tactical flashlight, and an item slot, separate from the weapons. Nothing much different from what you already knew from Red Dead 2 in terms of structure. But in the items corner, there are 2 healing things, and one has a name that sounds familiar if you've played GTA 5, Zombex. This isn't new. It's the classic painkiller brand, the one from the ODS pharmacy signs. Rockstar didn't invent a healing item from scratch. They took something that already existed in their own world and gave it a new function. That function really matters. An alert appears on screen. Repeated use of Zombex will have a weaker effect on your health for a while. And on top of that, there's another layer. When Jason gets on the motorcycle, a new icon appears on the vehicle card next to fuel and engine status, a GPS tracker. Official vehicles, it seems, come with a locator as standard, but where you really notice this is a new generation is how the game speaks to you without saying a word. Each action has its own color. If you knock someone unconscious, the on-screen alert is yellow. If you kill them, it turns red. And if you're the one starting to get tired, the indicator changes to a cyan, almost turquoise. The game is telling you without a single word of text just how far you've crossed the line. And this carries over to the police as well. As soon as they detect you, the HUD is tinted with the usual blue and red colors. In fact, it even uses this color to show you where the police are located around your area. On the other hand, the minimap, which might be connected to the in-game phone since it has the GTA 5 fruit icon, also disappears when you get out of the car. In the new leak, we can see how Jason steals a supercar, which also has this position detector. You can clearly see how, in the middle of the highway, when he seems to have escaped the police, the GPS activates and tells them where he might be. We also see that to get NPCs out of their car, we have a small button interaction. Continuing with the motorcycle clip, Jason falls into the water with the bike. Since it's not very deep, it seems you can't dive and the character stays a bit motionless. And after getting out of the water, Jason does what any of us would do on any given Tuesday. He starts stabbing all the NPCs he finds in a kind of camp formed by homeless people and junkies under a bridge in tents. The new thing here is the system. A small interaction menu appears with 2 options, greet or provoke, modeled after the structure in Red Dead 2, much more elaborate than the simple random comment you had in GTA 5. In fact, in the leaked clip, one of the NPCs pulls out a knife, and there we see GTA 6's melee combat with a bladed weapon for the first time. In this fight, we can see how Jason slaps one of the NPCs, and that animation, gesture by gesture, is identical to a slap that already appeared in the second trailer in the fight scene. And we arrive at the one that changes absolutely everything. This clip is different because we can see Jason flying over the Vice City skyline for the first time, and during this sequence, we can see several things. For the first time, we see the full radio wheel of GTA 6 with at least 9 named stations and gentle. Furthermore, on this radio there is a small button called On Demand, which means we will likely be able to introduce our own music into the game's radio system, not just choose from the stations that Rockstar includes by default. Now we move on to the details that are very small but contribute a lot to the game. We can also see in various fragments of the clips how there are wounds in real time. It can be seen very clearly when Jason in the first basketball clip hits a planter and wounds appear on his elbows and woes. Also, in the first car clip of Jason, we can see how he adjusts the rearview mirror and how, when he hits the van, he is surprised, in addition to how his chain moves when he gets out of the car, and his shirt also reacts to his movements. Additionally, during the flight, you can see the incredible render distance it has, all the detail of the map, and the volumetric clouds that return from Red Dead Redemption 2. We can also see how the buildings have their own animated billboard, as if we were in the center of New York. We see the prison. We also see the large communications tower that was seen at the beginning of the first trailer, and you can also see the largest building in all of GTA 6, which would be the Four Seasons of Vice City. But after all this, we get an incredible surprise because the video cuts to black and Jason appears with a weapon, shooting at the wall. Writing Lee on the wall with bullets. What the person leaking all these videos means is that they are the one playing in each one, so this individual most likely has a build of the game or something similar in their hands and could leak much more to us. And before we get to the final question, I'm giving you a possible story spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, skip to the minute I'm leaving on screen. A detail almost nobody is looking at is that in the leaked clips so far, every time a new mechanic appears, the game pops up an information window explaining it to you. In any video game, that is the classic signature of a tutorial. Here comes the interesting part. In none of the clips has Lucia appeared, nor her car, nor an option to switch characters on screen. If you put it all together, it points to the fact that the start of the game, or at least its first stretch, will be experienced only with Jason, and that Lucia enters the story later on, probably when we get her out of prison, just as we see in Trailer 2. So let's go back to the question from the beginning. What does it mean that someone outside of Rockstar can control the game live? For the game you buy in November, probably nothing. Rockstar doesn't change a release date or redirect an entire development team because of a leak. In fact, in these 3 days of leaks, they haven't said absolutely anything. What does change is the conversation. From now on, any promise Rockstar makes on August 27th has, for the first time, an external witness who was already inside the game before they were. In 2022, they came out the next day to confirm that their systems had been breached, and that defined the conversation for months. This time, they have chosen to delete and stay silent because speaking is giving a stage to someone who is charging for it using their own cryptocurrency that rises in value every time they drop a leak. Besides, in a few days, we have the extended look from Netflix, where they need you to be looking at their screen, not someone else's. So tell me one thing. With all the mechanics we've reviewed today and the proof that someone is playing the game live, what worries you more? That the story gets spoiled for you before November, or that what you buy isn't exactly what you've seen today? I'll read you down below, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.
Now that we have a
This is gonna look so good! Ah!
Hey! What the hell is your problem?
This is gonna look so good! Ah!
Hey! What the hell is your problem?
More mechanics and gameplay have just leaked, confirming what we all suspected. GTA 6 is going to be the most realistic game in history. And this is clear with everything we're bringing you in this video added to what we posted yesterday. Let's go. We start strong with car theft because smashing windows won't be enough anymore. In GTA 6 we will have tactical options. We'll be able to use a key cloner to open the vehicle in total silence and leave without a trace, or break the glass, which will alert witnesses to react and call the police, who by the way debut a totally new mechanic. In GTA 6, if you commit a crime far from everyone with no witnesses around, you automatically get a wanted level. The police will only be activated if someone witnesses it and calls emergency services, as shown in this scene where the alert takes a few seconds to reach the officers after the crime is reported. It's clear that Rockstar has drawn a lot of inspiration from Red Dead 2. We will finally be able to loot fallen enemies to take their entire inventory, pick up clothing items, as seen in this image, the option to pick up a hat from the ground, and even carry bodies on our backs. Imagine the madness. You take someone out silently, hide the body, and the police won't even know, since they now depend on a witness seeing it and reporting it for the chase to begin. And watch this. When they have you cornered with no way out, you will have the option to surrender. You'll be able to give yourself up by raising your hands to avoid being shot instantly, though I'm sure most will prefer to keep shooting until the very last second. And to top it off, another mechanic inherited directly from the horse in Red Dead 2 and Red Dead 2. The car trunk will function as our main inventory. We won't be able to magically carry 1,000 weapons on us, so we'll have to store our heavy arsenal in the vehicle and choose our equipment wisely before entering the action. Follow us to see all the new features coming up. More mechanics and gameplay have just leaked, confirming what we all suspected.
Rockstar deserves everything that is happening to them with the leaks. 99% of the comments from the GTA community say the same thing. It's well-deserved. When we criticize Rockstar, we are talking about their corporate staff. Obviously, we aren't going after the programmers and artists working on the projects, as they don't make the anti-consumer decisions Rockstar is making lately. No physical format, no GTA 6 on PC at launch, and with the most anticipated trailer, the most anticipated gameplay trailer in history, and the one the community is waiting for most, releasing it on Netflix for the first time. The trailer will be shown at the end of August, just as summer is ending. We haven't seen anything of the biggest product in entertainment history, or at least that's what they're supposedly selling. And remember that the problem isn't with us consumers, the players, nor the programmers and artists who are the ones actually making the product. The problem lies with the bad decisions and poor execution by the corporate side. Let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to follow me for more GTA content. Rockstar deserves everything that is happening to them with the leaks.
The GTA 6 leaker has a full copy of the game. This is now the worst leak in gaming history, and Take-Two's stock is plummeting. After spending 2 days publishing clips, the hacker now has followed up with actual gameplay, and he proved it by writing his name in bullet holes on the side of a wall. And would you believe it if I said that it gets even worse? A second hacking group has now claimed that they too have access to an Xbox build of GTA 6. According to these new hackers, this is a fully playable build, not just a demo area, and supposedly this can all be traced back to a hack at Rockstar India. According to them, they extorted the IT director there to get an Xbox dev kit build of the game, but this kit is reportedly older than the PC version that CyberLeak has, and the hackers are now even proposing a trade. And I'm not done because it got even worse while I was writing this video. A pirated copy of the game has now supposedly been leaked online too. I do not encourage you to seek this out because more likely than not, it is someone trying to take advantage of the hysteria to get thousands and thousands of people to download malware. But on the off chance that this is legitimate, we are living in a timeline where Rockstar chose not to have physical pre-orders specifically to prevent leaks, and now there is a pirated version of the full game of GTA 6 3 months before release. This is a disaster. The GTA 6 leaker has a full copy of the game.
It's very complicated and it's really a heavy blow for Rockstar Games, but also for GTA 6. Yesterday evening, we actually had some short gameplay clips shared regarding the game, even though I'll remind you that the real gameplay presentation will take place next week, specifically next Thursday on Netflix and then on YouTube. And we indeed have clips that were shared, which I won't show you because I don't want to get sued by Rockstar. But in any case, the hacker who shared these gameplay clips stated demands that were quite clear. So we might have thought the guy wanted a classic ransom, but actually, no, he doesn't want money. He simply did this as a protest against the digital-only release of GTA. He specifies that it's not exactly respecting the consumer to offer a digital-only version instead of a physical one, and that companies should reconsider their decision. Of course, I think he's also referring to Sony with this decision to stop physical media in 2028. Anyway, and by the way, the latest information we learned just an hour ago at most, he specified that another clip will be shared on his Discord server later. Anyway, Rockstar is striving to delete all channels showing gameplay clips, but it's clear that it has already made the rounds on social media. Na ikorea. We'll see how the situation develops. It's very complicated and it's really a heavy blow for Rockstar Games, but also for GTA 6. Yesterday evening, we actually had some short gameplay clips shared regarding the game, even though I'll remind you that the real gameplay presentation will take place next week, specifically
a third new piece of GTA 6 gameplay has just leaked again.
the hackers won't stop. Right from the start, we see Jason kick a police motorcycle hard. He then opens his weapon wheel. New important detail, we really do have a limited inventory, like in Red Dead Redemption 2, unlike in GTA 5 where you could carry your entire arsenal. Jason then selects a knife and attacks the officer with it directly. He then steals his bike and starts riding across Vice City before straight up jumping into a canal with it. And look closely, Jason has 2 stars out of 6 available at that moment. The most interesting part comes next. He enters a homeless camp and starts attacking several NPCs. And after these crimes, an indication appears on the left of the screen. The police now have his description. His clothes, his face, and his vehicle can be used to identify him. And from the moment Jason is identified, his wanted stars turn red. So changing clothes or a vehicle could actually help in escaping the police, since, in the last detail, Cyberl states directly on the videos that Cyberlic has no Twitter. So it's useless to look for them on social media. What do you think of all these leaks? That's a lot, isn't it?
A third new piece of
GTA 6 is so realistic that cars have gas, just like in real life. So before you start driving, you'll have to go to a gas station and fill up the tank. That was confirmed in a new leak which also showed engine oil, which will need to be checked from time to time. If you drive the vehicle without oil, it will cause serious damage to the car structure. The police in this game will be ultra realistic because before arresting you, they'll interrogate NPCs, check security cameras, and make a specific plan to find you. And that is why the 6-star level was confirmed. The map is also gigantic. We have over 10 ultra-realistic biomes, including megacities with hundreds of buildings, swamps and rivers infested with crocodiles, and an ocean with realistic waves and sea life. And every one of these places will have a different NPC who lives, works, and follows their own unique routine, very much like people in real life. And now for the best detail of all, but before I say what it is, please double tap the screen and follow us here to stay informed about the GTA universe. And it's simply the fact that in the future, we will have more cities being added to the campaign mode. GTA 6 is so
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too? Yeah, when the lights went out, there I was cooking dinner. Oh well, if we're getting specific, I was nuking a half-eaten burrito I found wedged in my couch cushions. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have. After all, I heard microwaves zap out all the nutrients. But hey, it kills the cockroaches too, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, what was I? Right, the power outage. Apparently some plant out in Santos short-circuited. Heard the EMPs were knocking AVs out of the sky. The CPD says the blackout led to 120 mil in damages all in all. The real tragedy, though? I can't stomach a cold burrito.
120 million eddies? Hot damn. And just to get your hands on one dude. You got some cojones, V.
Vips, hear me? I'm not done playing with her. Gonna find you. Sit here.
The sun is down, but I hope you're still up. Is it a mirage? A hologram? No, my friends. It's clear, open skies. But don't take it from me. Get out there and enjoy the sun. Oi! See the spread of
ご旅行の際にはぜひオービタルエアーをお選びください。は为我们的和平，无论你在何方，无论身处何险。
Where are you hiding? I smell a rat.
ガキか。いい加減姿を現しな。
ご旅行の際にはぜひオービタルエアーをお選びください。 본부에서 불안정한 보안 요원을
인조이 할 수 있는 모든 말. 오늘 저희 제품을 먹어보겠습니다.
Don't be fooled by foreign propaganda. Get the latest trusted scoop on Night City only on N54 News.
all Night City residents, caution. Night City is experiencing a period of unusually high temperatures. Please take care and stay in shade. 오늘 날씨 어떠신가요? 나이트시티에 이번 날씨는
come on!
안전한 수준을 유지한 것으로 나타났습니다.
line?
Have you tried participating in the cherry blossom market? Discover an authentic corner of Japan under the shade of holographic background.
Considering renting or purchasing a niche for yourself or a loved one? Get in touch with administration at North Oak Common
エンタートは動的な安全および運転について一切責任を負いません。ご利用は自己責任でお願いいたします。
Security or style? Thanks to the bulletproof Aaron Height from Rayfield, your only worry is getting stuck in traffic. Enjoying the weather? Average temperatures across the city have remained within humidity. Considering renting or purchasing a niche for yourself or a loved one? Get in touch with administration at North Oak Common. Watch hotline immediately.
偉大なリーダーを求める世界に荒坂社は全力で応えます。明るい未来のための戦いにあなたの力を。荒坂整備システムに加入すれば平和は常にあなたのものになります。いかなる脅威にも速やかに対応。
Your kids are weird? Come down to JJ6. We'll unleash your inner genius.
The closest thing to a glacial taste. But no yoku. All it takes is a sip.
家が狭くて同僚を招くのが恥ずかしい。それなら本当のウッドフロアのマンションを借りて裕福な暮らしを見せつけてやりましょう。
安全を取るかスタイルを取るかレイフィールドの防弾仕様エアロンダイトなら選ぶ必要は残る問題は相当簡単。
相手はもうプラカだ。
only on WNUs.
Mix it up with romantic war. 16 romantic war flavor pistols of the mix.
限りなく本物に近い評価の発売バトダイオークル一口で取り込む そして資本主義のシャープダンスヌー
ミスター・スタッフバイバイ全然オートバイルメンアップグレード
Chill the fuck out.
The content uses a corporate voice package near you.
you
Have you tried TV Cherry Blossom Market? Discover an authentic market in Japan under the shade of holographic sakura.
Since January, the NCPD's capitalization...
Who with a goddamn drone? Budget cuts my ass.
Organic food continues to be a major cause of illness. Do not eat from unlabeled cans. Enjoying the weather? Average temperatures this month in Night City have remained within
What? Have you gone completely psycho? This won't end well for you. Here, you'll see.
Need a push in the right direction? Data checks are created for all Night City. Now available in the back.
I'm gonna eat your spleen!
Go, go, go!
Looks like it's just you and me! There's more where that came from!
Pull it!
Surround the target.
On the move!
Experience real like never before. Fourth wall student. Strangers separated.
警告。当地に路上生活者を発見した場合、セキュリティがただ。
Yeah, who's this? What's going on? Yeah? Well, yeah. I mean, we'll have to get our hands dirty, but... Okay.
Where the masses go? Where will you find true connoisseurs? Taking it in at the beginning.
Any data found in this district will be promptly removed by the security. 全世界在召唤。
大的领袖， 光板公司就是唯一的答案。立即加入我们，为更好的明天奋斗。和平硕果清光，使用光板视听系统帮助我们捍卫我们的和平。无论你在何方，无论身处何险。
Have a look at the attached and go to the given address. There, you will take a car from Sergei Karasinski. Your job is delivery to the Tiger Claws. The car only, I mean, not Sergei. Everything understood? I hope so.
You Sergey?
Nice of you to ask. Lately, I feel like there is a neon sign over my head that says, Sergey who fuck with Tiger Claws. I have little present for Tiger Claws sitting in garage.
How'd you piss off the Tiger Claws?
It was just a friendly misunderstanding.
Sure.
This man, he look normal, beard, brown shoes, nothing, breathtaking. And they also have little dog, Gospody. What kind of hitman goes around with dog?
This misunderstanding involve you shooting him?
It was worse. Much worse. I say too much already.
Don't seem so nervous for a man in your situation.
But you see, I'm in home stretch now. One base away from freedom.
How are you so sure that the Tiger Claws will accept your present?
Trust me, I know. We Russians have very refined intuition about such things. And you are just delivery girl.
All right, then fling me the coordinates.
Just a moment. I opened door to garage. It opened from inside too, just in case.
Present's the car.
It's a bit more than ordinary car, but in nutshell, yes. Just drive it there and they take care of the rest. And don't mess this up, huh? I count on you.
Let me out!
Oh, it's not him. Thank God. Quick, let me out before he returns.
Unusual, as far as presents go.
What did you say?
You're supposed to be my present. A surprise from a certain Sergei.
You're not making any sense!
You know, like a pop-out cake. Except there's no cake. Just lots of blood. And you are?
Alex Pushkin, Senior Assistant in Quality Assurance at Biotechnica.
What's a Corpo QA doing messing with the Tiger Claws?
You work for Tiger Claws? I told them I would not accept their offer.
It's complicated. Hop out before I change my mind.
I do not know what is going on, but thank you. You will not regret this. You got this job from Makako, yes? I will pay her. She won't lose in 80, and neither will you.
You would be the last person to get bought by a corpo stuffed in a trunk. Oh, so I thought. You never fail to surprise me. Though I do suppose he who offers most shall get his way. Oh, I do not mean Sergei. No, sadly, he was outbid by another interested party. Who knows what will become of him now? Quid pro quo v. Quid pro quo. Contract closed.
Experience real.
Master Cordova's research shows an abandoned settlement past the east side of the valley. Let's go check it out.
Well, you got a mean look to you.
I do?
Yeah, like you're not afraid of nothing. Maybe you can find out what all this fuss is about. There's a shack, nestled way out near the caverns. Folks call it Key's Workshop.
What's in the workshop?
Misery. And maybe treasure, or so I hear. If you're in the area, could be worth a visit.
That's it.
You got it.
about that.
Hey, little guy. It's all right. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. There are a lot of you around here, aren't there?
Here for the soundscape too?
Hey, back. I heard there was someone collecting samples up here.
That's right, man. Dee Dee's been all over these glider calls.
Oh, it's sounding great. You know, Kailoon Saloon down in the outpost is starving for some live entertainment.
Might not be a bad call. Dee Dee swore one of those beasts gave him some side-eye. Yeah, we're in. We'll catch you back at the outpost.
See you there.
Dee Dee and I are just gonna finish up here. Chill, Dee Dee. I ain't rushing you.
I need help. That was close. Let's get this data disk back to Z. You know your way around Kobo, don't you? Jump! That must be the way out. Now, how to get there? Ready to go. Jump!
Opening fire! You're going down.
not attack. All this! Pirate, eliminate and destroy. Just fire! Roger, roger! Fire on rock. On they go! Target destruction imminent. You demonstrate fear. Deploy laughter.
Hey, buddy.
Prepare to die. What? Taking the shot. Intensify firepower. Rocket.
Little help, BD. Someone locked it up. Maybe we can find another way in. Mount won't reach us here. Here we go. You know your way around Kobo, don't you?
There now, that better? There's a good Neko. You just stay here now, alright? And be quiet. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Seeds. Can't do anything with it without a garden. Friend. Here we go. Stay safe, you hear?
You got it. Jump!
Here we go, buddy. Here we go. Thanks for the ride. Now! You got it. Here we go. Easy, Neko. Thanks, friend. Now!
Pursuit. Wiring. You are pathetic. I feel Halo. Returning to the search. Confirmed. You slime. Locate the threat.
Let's keep moving, buddy.
Enemy encounter. Post strike calculated. It will take more than that.
Watch out! Throwing a grenade! Let's do this!
Hey, BD!
intruder! I've got you!
Damage.
Hey! Interesting. Is broken. At once. I will not yield.
We should be getting pretty close. I don't see anything like a settlement, though. That's the way through. Let's do it. Yeah, let's keep our distance this time.
Focus.
Let's keep moving, buddy.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Revelio.
not going to like this.
You may want to move.
Protego! Careful.
Marvelous strike!
Protego! Stupid!
Stop flitting around like a billywig!
You won't escape again, coward! It's the student who released Treadwell.